bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Wow, what a view. So yeah, just out for a quick Sunday ride. Look at that view, that's amazing. Just coming down into the Wild Dog Valley. Hooked up with a brand new friend named Dino. He's just bought a 690 like myself, and we're both in the process of setting him up. So yeah, we're just out on a Sunday ride. Thought we'd meet at a BP and fill up and fuel and just go for a ride. Usual story, find a coffee and a vanilla slice somewhere. But yeah, just sort of trying to avoid some rain showers too. Don't like these outside corners. My front end's a little bit skittish on this hill at the moment. Got the forks up too high. Haven't got round to that yet, but going to get the forks all serviced and the suspension serviced. I don't think from experience that I need to put any heavier springs on. I think I just need to get it serviced and put it down in the forks a little bit more, because the front end is a bit skittish on this, particularly, pardon me, particularly in gravel and sand. It's just a little bit light and fluffy. Certainly good to get out. Had the 390 out last weekend, did a loop on that, so that's coming along nicely. I've sort of made some decisions on what I'm going to do with that bike. It's certainly going to be a very good viable option for a ultralight, which tells me I can set this up as a touring bike. So yeah, I've got that option there. So if I just want to go for a 2-day ride up into the hills, I can take the 390, do the difficult tracks, and yeah, I can just really focus on this bike being as I say, an interstate bike or a touring bike. So yeah, so yeah, just that ride last weekend on the 390 really sort of cleared things up for me. I was just had a little shadow of doubt in my head about whether the 390 was going to cut it as an ultralight ADV bike. And yeah, it just did a 140k loop, and I went, yep, no, this is going to be good. Probably going to be a fair bit better than the 480, even though obviously the 480 had 90 cc's more. But I think just the just sheer lightweight of the bike and the agility of the bike is just going to make it a lot more fun. Yeah, you just have to sort out a rear rack sort of system. I think I'll buy a rear rack, and on that one, no screen, but just put a rear rack on it, and that'll be basically it. I'm loving the 690, guys, I really am. Apart from a 3-day ride, this is the first time I've had the bike out on some sort of normal tracks, I guess you call them. Bit of gravel, and I'm loving the power. It's just, yeah, it's not a dangerous bike. It hasn't got bloody stupid amounts of power. To dig holes in the track and tear it up everywhere you go, but it's got ample amounts of power, so you can just pour it on no matter where you are, and expect to have a little bit more power there just to get yourself out of trouble, or you know, pass a car. So yeah, and when you get open roads like this doing 80-90 k's, there's no wind. Certainly start getting a bit of wind at you know, 100-110, but at this speed it's just bloody beautiful. I'm getting no wind at all, so very comfortable, very happy. There is vibration with the bike, everyone talks about it, and some people put anti-vibration handlebars. I don't think that's required, to be honest. I've just put some grip poppies on, and yeah, that's enough for me. I like big wide round grips as well too, so big thick grips I should say, so yeah, that's just taken some of the vibration out. So, but it is a single cylinder, so yeah, you've got to expect a little bit of vibration, and certainly the 19 models on have got another counterbalancer. So at 100 k's, I'm getting a bit of a buffeting from the wind here, but at 100 k's, I'm basically not copping any wind. It's bloody good. So coasting speeds, it's very comfortable. So I got the wings exhaust on last night, that was good. Finally got the exhaust mount that came in. Bought it through a company called MSP in Europe, pretty slow. Paid $115 freight for a little part the size of a golf ball, and it took them 3 weeks to get it here, so not impressed with those guys. So MSP in Europe, I would probably avoid them. I would have thought for the $115 I would have got it within a week. Other European companies I deal with can generally get it to me within a week, and quite often it's free shipping as well too. So yeah, the part was only 45 euros, but it was sorry, 45 Australian I think, but it was 115 shipping. So, but they said they had it in stock, you know, in stock. It wasn't in stock, they had to order it in. So yeah, there was a week gone, and so yeah, avoid MSP, guys. But anyway, got it here. Old mate from Wings Exhaust in Australia sent me the wrong part for the side covers, but I've got one of those on, and the exhaust molded straight up really nice. So all that's on, just waiting on one of the exhaust covers. Where do we go here? Up and over, do we? Yep, beautiful. Yeah, so sort of getting there on the bike build. I've been doing a bit of research on GPSs, as I said, on the lightweight bikes. Not interested in having a GPS, just the phone is fine. That's what I did on the 480, and I stick with that with the 390. But I've got that, comes with the kit, the Garmin mount there. So I'll be putting a Garmin. At this stage it looks like the Zumo XT. Done a bit of research obviously, but still sort of halfway through it. So I'll put a Garmin Zumo XT up there and sort of set that up, just because this is going to be a touring bike. I'll still leave the quad lock on the 390 and just use the phone when I'm out on that. So the Zumo will be sort of stuck to the handlebars on this pretty permanently. Yeah, so and yeah, I'll just make a decision whether I put some it came with a set of Dalby racks, which are like pretty lightweight little sort of pannier racks, just general purpose pannier racks, and whether I put those on so I can get, probably aiming for about 20 litre each side panniers, just so I can bring a change of clothes and a few more comforts, I guess you call it, the two-man tent for example, and you know, a warmer sleeping bag, and you know, just a couple of more comforts, because as I said, I'll be setting this up for a touring bike. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Looks like at this stage I'll either go with, if I do put those racks on, the Andy straps and Australian canvas pannier. They are designed to fit on the Dalby racks, so they work very well. But also in Australia we've got Adventure Moto, a company up in Sydney and Brisbane. They've got their own brand called ADV Works, and they've got a couple of 20 litre panniers which look like they'll fit fairly well too on the Dalby rack, so probably end up with one of those two. Certainly at this stage I think the ADV Works ones are looking a bit better. They've got a little bit of structure to them. You can put some structure in them, so they'll probably hold their shape a little bit better. The Andy straps tend to hang down and droop and whatnot, so I'll probably end up going with the ADV Works ones. So yeah, the bike will be pretty well done then. Tank bag up the front, just a duffel on the back, and a set of these ADV Works panniers, and yeah, the bike will be pretty well right to go. There's talk of a South Australian trip next year. There's talk of a possibly even a Steep Point to Byron Bay trip next year as well too. So yeah, a couple of things on the horizon, not to mention some of the other plans I've got for the 690. But certainly this bike is going to open up a lot broader riding area for me. So cruising along between these trees, I'm doing 111 as you can see, and I'm pretty comfortable with the wind, where the wind's at. The wind's up there, not there, so the wind's going over me just nice. And I think possibly even you could be a little bit taller and still be under the wind, but certainly I'm under the wind. That's all I'm really worried about. So yeah, the 690 is going to be a keeper for a while, I'd say. Just get this twitchiness out of the front end sorted, and I'll be a very happy camper. Dino seems to be a good rider. I've never ridden with him before, but he's right up my backside all the way. So I'm only an intermediate level rider, guys. I don't pretend to be a good rider. So most people can keep up to me, and in fact I quite often end up at the back. I'm one of the, I guess the less skilled riders in the group. You all right to keep going for a while? I'll probably head down to Fish Creek for a coffee. And that's one of the things I like about the bike, is just the amount of power you have. Obviously I'm speeding and that's not ideal, but yeah, just when you take off from an intersection and you're in a bit of traffic, you can just really get up and go really quick, you know. So I really like that about the bike. When you're doing big kilometres, that takes mountains of time off your travel times, you know. Just being able to pull into traffic and just get going and pass cars whenever you want to. So yeah, I'm really loving that about the 690. The extra power is really nice. So this is Leongatha, as I like to say, the thriving metropolis of Leongatha. So yeah, one of the big things when I was thinking about selling the 480 was going, there's two bike options that comes down for me. Do I want to stick to the the lightweight side of things, in which case what bike is better than the 480? And there's only one bike in my opinion, and that is the KTM 500, but I'm glad I did it now, because I'm thinking that's only about 30 cc's bigger than the 480, whereas these are easily probably what are they, 690, so it's sort of nearly a couple of hundred cc's bigger. So so yeah, I'm glad I did this. Yeah, so yeah, this has got the power you need. Cool. This is Dino, by the way, people. He's just as my grip puppies, I think. Thank you to Keith Jobson from recommending these. I was going to buy a foam set of grips, but he suggested these on one of his posts, and I'm going, yeah, good work, Keith, baby. There's a bloke who rides a 500. Yeah, he's got a great channel, and he set up his 500 XC really well. He's a bit of a gizmo and gadget guy. He's got tyre pressure sensors, and I think he's got bloody wind direction and bloody altimeters, and I don't know what the hell else he's got bolted on his handlebars. And he's got a good setup for UHF though, you know, using the rhinos and that. So he's done a lot of research. He's a bit of a as I say, a bit of a gizmo gadget guy. So he's the type of guy, if you want to set up a UHF on the bike, he's got solutions for you, wireless solutions particularly. So yeah, guys like that are good. They like to take the time to sort those things out, and save you a bit of research and a bit of hunting around, so to speak. So yeah, he's got some good solutions. He's got a good little channel. He doesn't live that far from me actually, but yeah. Been there, done that. Fish Creek, had a coffee. So we'll probably just loop home now. We're both on a bit of a tight schedule, to be honest. So yeah, we'll just loop back via Mubu North and Meignan-Dumborg, Mubu North. Head home from there. So yeah, always good to get out on the bike though, I can tell you. I love it. I know I use this saying too much, but it clears your head.